On a daily basis, my team talks to 120 veterans. There are a bunch of vets that work here. We're hiring 3 or 4 more vets tomorrow. Overall in this country, there is just a sickening lack of respect, lack of empathy, lack of services, lack of just overall help for men and women who wrote a blank check to protect you. Before I started working with veterans full-time 4 years ago, I didn't really know either. And my eyes have been opened big time. I'm a proud member of the recovery community. A lot of veterans have struggles with substance and alcoholism. Through donating and through hiring, my days are talking to veterans about VA benefits, life insurance, protecting their loved ones, disability ratings, their job, what they're doing. I just got off the phone with a guy. We saved him $197 a month. The lack of respect. I'm not smart enough to get into all the government stuff and the budget cuts and the political side of this, but I have a freaking heart and I have a freaking soul. Yesterday, on a Sunday, we work on Sundays, I had a veteran call me up and ask me if I could help him with some groceries. A 72-year-old Vietnam vet, wife is dead, daughter is in jail, and he's got an 11-year-old granddaughter. There's no food in the house. This man's fighting for his disability. This man is fighting for any little bit of help he can get. Now, he's got Agent Orange. That was a chemical sprayed all over Vietnam. It was an idea from the American side of things that really backfired and jacked up everyone over there. Whether you were serving or not serving, from America or from Vietnam or whatever. A 72-year-old veteran, a year later, going into his phone to call the life insurance person he spoke to help him with groceries. In our first call, he loved us and what we do, and he knows that we're not here to sell insurance. And he reached out, and yeah, man, I just sent the dude like $400 worth of groceries. The fridge is jam-packed. I just had a newborn daughter. I have a guy who wrote a blank check for my family, and this man is struggling to get groceries. All of this stuff is going unnoticed. There's only a very small handful of true blue advocates out there that day in and day out only care about the veteran. To all of those people, I commend you. I'm new to this game. 4 years in, we've saved millions of dollars for veterans. My fiance and I, at this point, because she hears all of my calls and my team's calls, her eyes are just like, if I would have had $311 in my bank account, I would have sent $300 worth of groceries. Me eating doesn't matter when a dude who signed up to get shot at to let us live needs groceries. How many homeless vets? How many this? How many that? That's what we're going to talk about right now. I see it every day on the insurance side of things, how veterans are just getting smacked around. The VA, veterans, listen to me. We spoke to a gentleman who has a VGLI policy. VGLI is called Veterans Group Life Insurance. When vets serve active, or they're actively serving, they have SGLI, Service Members Group Life Insurance. They have a time period, it's just over a year, to convert their SGLI to VGLI when they leave the military. Nobody tells them this. If they do tell them to convert, they don't break down the actual coverage. Here's the mistake all consumers make with life insurance. They don't know what they're buying. Just because a life insurance policy sounds good doesn't mean it's good. This guy was paying $2,300 a month for his life insurance and had to give it up. He's 100% disabled, so he gets X amount of dollars per month from the VA. And out of that chunk, they're taking $2,300 for life insurance that he is now contemplating letting go of. So he's paid hundreds of thousands of dollars into this for nothing. Who made out on that end? Not the vet, not the family of the vet. Today, a guy was paying $450 a month for VA life. I dropped him to $200 a month, got him out of a 2-year wait. And if he dies tomorrow, his wife gets a check. The VA needs to educate our veterans better. They need to educate their loved ones, their spouses, the wives, the husbands, the children. We talk to thousands of vets. You know, we've just cracked 20,000 consumers. We helped navigate their life insurance. We keep you away from the BS. The veterans have a group that they can protect their families with without worrying about an inexperienced agent who has no clue what they're doing and they just care about commissions. So the fact that we try to help so many vets every day, I hear all the other stories. How about the mom that wrote me an email? Said, my son committed suicide. He's a post 9/11 veteran, served in Afghanistan, did 2 tours, hated being home more than being over there. He felt like somebody over there. The famous Jesse Ventura.
Over there, I'm a man. Here, I'm a child. 9 months came back and I could not drink a beer on Orange Avenue because I was under 21.
What do we get? Do they do anything for the kids? Is the burial free? Are they going to help us? They're going to kick in a couple bucks. They're going to do a free headstone. They'll bury him in a national cemetery, open and close the plot. Doesn't he have life insurance? No, he doesn't. He didn't convert his SGLI to VGLI. We had talked prior to that through email. He had nothing. It was almost weird going back and reading the email thread. He was giving them hints because mom was talking to me, not him. This kid should have had help this entire time. This kid should be in therapy. We have lost over 7,000 veterans since 9/11 in combat. 30,000 have committed suicide. 4 times as many who did not survive afterwards. When the Vietnam veterans came home, they were more hated when they got here. This is a system failure. You've got the VA taking in tens of millions of dollars in insurance premiums and not giving coverage until year 3. And they're cutting jobs, they're cutting budget, they're cutting social workers, therapists, doctors. What do you think that's going to improve the suicide rates or the substance abuse or the mental health issues? Since 2001, 30,177 suicides. The suicide rate is 57% higher than the general population. 18 to 34-year-old veterans are the highest risk group. Most have never accessed mental health services. The military teaches you to fight through pain and to be okay suffering. Please go get help if you're suffering. Addiction. Post 9/11, 37% of veterans binge drink. 8% have an alcohol disorder. 10% report illicit drug use. Only 2.3% have received any type of treatment. When your service ends, the pain gets worse. I spoke with a gentleman this weekend. He is on a warpath with insurance companies about getting better approval ratings for people with health conditions. You're trying to protect your wife, your child, your house, and because of some little diagnosis or some medication on your MIB report, you can't get the proper coverage. I talked to so many vets who are like, I think I was diagnosed with this, or my doctor talked about. You're talking about PTSD, potential suicide attempts, institutionalized. A lot of these guys are on nightmare meds. Imagine having to take nightmare meds every night before you go to bed just to sleep, which none of them do because none of the meds work because they either just don't want to take them. Most vets are pretty damn stubborn. Rightfully so, they're guarded. The system is freaking failing them. We have a program down the road, the Starlight program. They do a wonderful job of getting vets in and out of detox and getting them into recovery. And veterans deserve more help than civilians. If you like the content, like, subscribe, comment, criticize. Let's make these guys aware of what the hell is going on. One thing that's going to come hand in hand with mental health, suicide, drug addiction, homelessness. You have homeless people, veteran outfits, walking around Walmart, trying to get discounts. I'll say it in every video that I do. How about one of these big old billionaires takes a nice little slice of what they got, buy a bunch of these old ass hotels and at least get them off the streets. 32,882 veterans are homeless. Post 9/11 vets are at higher risk due to TBI, which is traumatic brain injuries, and PTSD. Over 50% have disabilities or mental health conditions. All of these go hand in hand. We need a one-stop shop for vets for addiction, homelessness, suicide, mental health. Go to the local VA that are cutting jobs. How do you go from defending a country to sleeping in a car? Medical issues and VA failures. 36% of post 9/11 vets have a service-connected disability. As time goes by, we're going to see way more issues stemming from burn pit emphysema or burn pit respiratory issues, lifelong lung disease, chronic illness. You can't get a job if you're hacking up a lung every 2 minutes. minutes. You put your claim in, you go to the VA, you wait, your health gets worse, you wait. First you're on albuterol, you wait. Now you're on oxygen, you wait. Now you're dead. Timeless protection, and we protect vets. These channels exist because too many of us have either been lied to, ignored, priced out of help that we need. Our own actions take accountability, but we have to make others aware of how dark this place can be. Drop me a comment if you have lost somebody to suicide, drug overdose, any type of mental health issues. Share this video with other vets. Please let them see what we're doing, what we're talking about. Let them know that they have support. My team and I, we will do whatever we can to help you. If someone calls and says, I need a pair of kicks, I need this for my kid, a birthday present, we'll do it. We don't even have to ask. And if you do need help right this very second, pin your comment. We got your six. Let's go through some organizations. The Veterans Crisis Line, Wounded Warriors, Stop Soldier Suicide, National Coalition of Homeless Veterans, Phoenix Multisport, which would be for drug and alcohol, Burn Pits 360, DAV, Disabled American Veterans, an awesome organization, at least from what I've dealt with. We've been able to send vets there. We've helped vets from them. I love you guys. I really love talking about vets. I don't reach a ton of people with this channel, but I'm really trying because you guys need advocates. You're underserved, you're underappreciated, and it's absolute bullshit. Tune in next time. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your service. It's been an honor and a privilege to help so many families. Have a blessed night.